class 10th group, Jesse's English High School, Vijaypura, Karnataka, and I am your English faculty, Ms. Shashwat Sridhar, in front of you. So let's welcome today's video lesson, online class, Unit 6 continuation lesson. And obviously, dear students, in my previous video lesson, I taught you that one speak well, dialogues, and page number 128. Page 129. So naturally, today's video lesson will start from here. That is a continuation exercises. Read and respond. Page 130. So read and respond this one. Page 130. And obviously, no doubt to say you that this one, your Unit 6, the discovery by Armand Wood. Obviously, concept, same, reading, comprehension, and learning points, vocabulary, grammar, different exercises. Read and respond, page 130. We are going to start now. So, class 10th student. Here, Unit 6, date 15/12/2020. Read and respond, task 1. Observe very interesting thing, the graph A you observe. It gives the information about the number of students who are late to the class on the working days. Based on your observation, answer the questions given below. So, graph A, you minutely watch it. Now in graph A, about the students, something drafted. Questions. Number 1. The same number of students are late on 2 days. Which days are they? Tuesday and Thursday. You will get the attachment. In between, you will also start your creativity skill. Number 2. How many students are late on Friday? From the graph, you have to find out. You read the graph in your textbook and find out. 1, 5, 15. Number 3. On which day are most of the students late? Monday. Read the graph, find out, then tell the correct answer. It is Monday. Task 2, page 130. Observe the graph. Based on your observation, answer the questions. Here, fill in the blanks. This one, it will be your home task. You will sincerely think about the matter. You will study the graph. Then you will find out the answer. It is your home task activity, homework activity. So, the graph shows the dash, read by dash and dash. On day 2, dash, read more books than dash. These two things very clearly, your brainstorm will be there whenever you are studying the graph. And then this is graph B. From B graph number B, you have to find out, sort out the answer, and you have to write it down. Next, page 131. Number B. Answer the following questions. Until the 4th day, which student read books in an increasing order? So you have to find out that one. It is your home task. You will surely study the graph. Otherwise, if I tell you right now, your thinking skill will be failure. You will not study the graph. I want you should study the graph and find out. Name the day on which both the students read the same number of books. Number 3. Name the days on which Emily read more number of books than Basava. Number 4. Over a period of 5 days, who between the two had improved her reading habits better? Find out. Now practice writing, study that it is called e-communication. That is mail. You know how to send the mail. Mail means mail address to whom and then your exact mail address should be there. If same subject matter, you can full group, you can make it and you can send one click, it will reach to everyone. Otherwise, if different subject matter, then different person number mail you can do. After that, yours this one, experience, subject what. So here started the following email sent by Hemant to his friend Shiva Shakti. That's why Shakti, then whatever his mail number, mail ID, that one given here. Because Hemant is sending mail to Shakti. So if you are sending mail to me, obviously my address will be there. Okay. And when I will send mail to you, then what will happen? Your address will be there in the similar manner. And then afterwards, here Hemant to his friend Shiva Shakti, describing the experience of being drenched in a sudden shower of rain. Sometimes, few days ago in Karnataka, cyclone, that Chennai cyclone effect affected to Karnataka full, Bangalore and full Karnataka. So it's a matter. During Dashera time, flood in North Karnataka side, South Karnataka side, so into heavy showers of rainfall. So pick up such a story, spot, picture in your life that you are a friend and you are going to give details to your friend you are mailing. Okay. Dear Shakti, I was going home yesterday in the afternoon. All of a sudden, it started raining. It was a heavy downpour. I had no umbrella or raincoat. I was not mentally prepared, so no umbrella, no raincoat. I was completely drenched before I could run to a shelter nearby. I felt refreshed in the spring rain at first. The wind was blowing heavily. It made me shiver because when full weight and shivering. Next one. Other passers-by were also drenched from head to toe. Means head to full fit. That is head to toe. Head to toe. It's English description going on. Head to toe. Full drenched means totally waterlogged. Totally wet. I felt refreshed in the spring rain at first. The wind was blowing heavily. It made me shiver. Wind, cold wind. Other passers-by were also drenched from head to toe. They too ran for shelter. People started running, coming from bus or walkable distance, walking. Heavy showers of rain, total weight, wind is blowing. So they are running just like anything, that if nearby there is one big house or anything, they will get the shelter, or big market type anything, then they are at least in front of the shops, they will take the shelter. Like this. It made me shiver. Others passers-by were also drenched from head to toe. They too ran for shelter. The roads were like streams, whole water going on. If the road constructed there also full-fledged water is going on. The traffic was slow. Children made paper boats and floated them in the stream. That one children enjoyed. They were enjoying the rain. On the whole, it was a pleasant experience. Looking forward to your reply, Hemant. This is the mail. Now, page 132. Now sit with your partners, and imagine that you were one of the crewmate of Columbus. You wanted to convey a message to your friend about the discovery of the new world. How would you sending it in a message format? Now message, like notice I told you, inside a box. The date you set sail, places of visit, talks you listened to, people you met, whether you had felt. Now come to the point, class 10 group, page 132, learn grammar through communication. Types of sentences. You have studied in the previous years that sentences are of three types. Number one, simple sentence. For example, e.g. means as for example. E.g. means what? E full stop, G full stop means as for example. And etc full stop, it means what? It's a short abbreviation of etc. The Italian word etc. That is etc. People say in different way in India. Actually, it is etc. Okay, etc. Well, you can click Google and you can get it also. Always be confirmed with internet. And second one, compound sentence. Third one, complex sentence. Simple, complex, compound. Simple, compound, complex. So, number one, simple sentence. Example, standing at the foot of the stairs, Pip stopped the angry man. Number two, compound sentence. Example, Pip stood at the foot of the stairs and he stopped and compound, and he stopped the angry man. Complex sentence. Pip stopped the angry man as he stood at the foot of the stairs. Graphically, 1, 2 and 3 can be represented as below. Simple, compound, complex. Now, follow it carefully. Simple sentence has one finite verb. A simple sentence will have always one finite verb and one main clause. Compound sentence have more than one finite verb, stood, stopped. But in simple sentence only stopped. Standing at the foot of the stairs, Pip stopped the angry man. Stopped, only one finite verb and main clause, one main clause. Compound sentence, more than finite verb, one, more than 1, 2, 3, no problem. And these are stood and stopped, two finite verb here in this sentence, and more than one independent clause. One main clause, one subordinate clause, or more than one independent clause. That is more main clause can be there. That is compound. A complex sentence can have more than one finite verb. In the similar manner, like compound, in compound, complex sentence also, more than one finite verb, 2 finite verb, 3 finite verb, doesn't matter. For example, stood, stopped, but only one independent clause. In the third sentence, as he stood at the foot of the stairs is a dependent clause, for it cannot stand on its own as a sentence. Okay? So that much today. Again, shortly coming back with the continued lesson exercises and sentences, description of the sentences. Thank you.